Rayman, Ahri, and Min. Do we finally know the first 3 fighters of the Fighters Pass number 2?
Block content.
What's happening, my Block buddies, and welcome to a brand new episode of Blocked Content's Leak Speak. My name is Callum, and this is going to be your content for today. It looks like we're getting a lot closer to finding out who those characters are in the new Fighters Pass Volume 2. Yes, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate's Fighters Pass Volume 2 is coming closer and closer, and we actually might know who the first 3 next fighters are. Of course, this Challenger Pack will be released up until December 31st, 2021, and it's a long ways off to find out who 6 different fighters are, but right now, we know one of them, and, well, we know one of the franchises, right? But today, I get to talk about leaks that predict a whole lot more than just one different character, because there's a lot more to talk about from third-party support in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, so I'm super excited to talk about all that kind of stuff, because there's a character in there that I truly love, another character that I feel would be a very good choice for Smash Bros., and a little bit of a pattern that we can talk about on this new episode of Leak Speak. So I've been answering many of you guys' questions about Smash Ultimate and new fighters in our show Question Blocked, where I answer your questions. What do I think of your favorite game? How do you start making YouTube videos? Well, whatever you can think of, send your question through to blockedcontentmail@gmail.com, and I will answer your question live on the show in our next Question Blocked episode. And here's a brand new giveaway. You can win one of these Super Mario surprise capsules from Tomy. We already opened one of them. There was a really cute character inside. Find out who it is in our previous live stream, and please like this video, subscribe to Blocked Content right now, and comment down below to enter for the giveaway. Alright guys, let's head into the main topic of today, and that's of course talking about the crazy new reveal of characters for Fighters Pass Volume 2. Now, there's a theory that I have, right? That is that when June rolls around for Nintendo for E3, the main month that everyone is dropping their E3 direct style presentations online, I think we might be getting 2 characters. I actually think that it's a huge chance for Nintendo to not only release 2 characters, but maybe even a 3rd. Yes, we've been waiting for such a long time, and it looks like even in Sakurai's own team, in Smash Bros. Development team, there's been a little bit of a delay on all sorts of different things. Sakurai has gone out and said personally that everyone is working from home now, and Smash Bros. Is a particularly different franchise and game to work on remotely. But it does look like they might have finished some assets or finished some stuff that they can show early a little bit earlier, right? Because we can talk about all this crazy stuff right now. Well, there was a leak a long time ago that actually talked about a character coming to Smash Bros. Ultimate that is in line with the new Trials of Mana, the new Spirit event that we actually have in the game right now. And that's super awesome, because how can you possibly call this? Well, you know, they've been talking about that specific franchise for a very long time. It's very obvious that someone could have called that, but it does go into a little more detail. So let's talk about this. Smash Brothers cross League of Legends. And of course, this is a fan dream for a lot of people. For some people, it's something that they don't really see or expect, but it does sort of go in line with a lot of the partnerships that Nintendo has. I mean, specifically Tencent, who owns the brand, and a lot of other things that point to the source being correct. So he says, go ask your favorite leaker or insider. If their sources are up to date, they will be able to confirm this all for you. So essentially calling out Vergaban or people like Sabi and saying back in those days, right, January of 2020, on a Thursday the 30th, being, you know, well, if you want to find out if this is legit, I'm just going out and saying it. This is real as far as I'm concerned, so go check with them too. If their sources are up to date, if they're telling you everything that they hear, they should be saying the same thing that I am right now. There is a League of Legends rep, so representative, coming to Super Smash Bros., as some LOL games will make it to the consoles, to be announced. There is no name leak for this character. I place my bet on the image related though, so this is really interesting already, like another female rep in the roster, even if we get Min or a character like that, right? And 2 other things I heard that I'm not sure of leakers can back up, but go ahead and ask them anyway, right? Hollow Knight for a Mii sword fighter will come with a Sealed Vessel remix was discussed after Sans' outfit success, and apparently has been greenlit, so somewhere in the future we might might actually be able to find that Mii costume in the game, or in a trailer that's coming up maybe around E3 time. Seiken Densetsu 3 spirits, or probably the whole Mana series, is already planned. And of course, right now we know that the Trails of Mana series has spirit event in the game right now with 3 unique spirits, and it's really crazy that someone would be able to call something like this, but as a lot of people have been saying, it is kind of expected, right? I mean, something like this does really belong in Smash Brothers, and you know, the 3 remake has been announced in directs for a long time now, so someone could easily be calling this because the partnership is already there with Nintendo. So completing this, having Ahri as a playable character, of course, sort of a mage character, very mystical, and something that actually fits in Smash Brothers quite well because it really fits with that aesthetic of it being, you know, a little bit of a heightened reality and a character that usually just very much fits in the roster right now, especially if we look at a place that we don't really have a lot of representation in, and that's of course female fighters, especially in this Fighters Pass. I mean, yes, Kazooie is a female character and she's part of Banjo, and of course Byleth also has a female alt. I don't count those at all. Those are not standalone female characters. We really need one of them. So if we look at the roster right now, a character like Min Min from ARMS, to me, makes the most sense because it's a fan favorite character, won a couple of those contests right in ARMS, and also is a character that is traditionally an ARMS character, is a female character, and has a lot of unique things about her personality wise, right? With her whole backstory and everything about the shop. So I think that makes sense. Now, a League of Legends character, I'm a little bit iffy about. I don't know if this leak will actually pan out, but it is interesting to think about that fact, right? That we already start with more third-party representation. And then, of course, let's talk about Rayman, because Rayman was rumored as far back as Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS, and then again with those fake leaks and the stuff that Artsy Omni made. And of course, Rayman has been in the Smash Bros. World for a very long time, also appearing as an actual trophy in Smash Bros. For Wii U, and then appearing as a spirit in Smash Bros. Ultimate, which is incredible because that means the support is still going strong. And Ubisoft has been working with Smash Brothers for even longer than that. Up until this point, they even have, you know, other spirits in the game and also stuff like Mii costumes. I mean, look at the Rabbids costume, Altair from the Assassin's Creed franchise. There's one big thing missing in that, and that's of course the flagship character that everyone wants, Rayman. So to me, I don't really look at the leaks about like Rayman being stuck in ice, but it does make complete sense to me that they're holding this character back for a big reveal. So if we talk about those 3 characters, we can already see some sort of pattern, and it's a pattern that I've talked about for the past couple of weeks. And it's, if we get an ARMS character, maybe Min Min, maybe a character like Twintel, maybe a character like Springman, and you know, the assist trophy rule is also out the window with Rayman and the spirits rule now. So ARMS, Min Min, then League of Legends rep, which would be crazy and new, and of course anything is possible now that we have Banjo, who is not only a very old representation of like Nintendo 64 era, but is owned by Microsoft, you know, a direct competitor. So League of Legends wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility. Ahri as a character I think would fit with the general need for a female character also, and of course also would have a lot of cool moves and a whole new world to introduce to Smash Brothers. And then Rayman, of course, being a huge gaming icon that a lot of people that play video games will know, and also a character that's been requested and has been in the previous 2 Smash Brothers games in some form. So it makes complete sense to me, and I don't think that I'll take this lightly by saying I actually think that if we have an idea of these characters in the next Fighters Pass, we might know who the first 3 are, and that's actually a big deal because that's half of the characters that are going to be in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate's Fighters Pass Volume 2. So a lot of characters already revealed, supposedly. Of course, they could be completely different, and we could be all off base with our predictions, but it is a good starting point. It is good to look in a direction to kind of find out where Nintendo's head is at. So if we can see a first-party character and then 2 third-party characters, I think that the rest of the roster will probably be third-party characters, maybe with some sort of partnership in between, like a character like Geno that would basically be 2 partnerships of 2 companies working together, right? I think that that would make a lot of sense as well. So this is basically my prediction for this, and I'm very curious if you guys have any specific thoughts about this. I'd love to hear it, and if you comment down below, that could actually be featured and read out loud in our next video. And today's comment question is, who do you think the first 3 fighters are going to be? And as for today's comment question, our answer comes to us by way of Shane Kelly saying, just imagine in June, a cutscene of a star falling, then an explosion. We see the top of a blue hat as the head shakes, and you see star fragments shoot out of the hat. one lands on a spirit of Min Min, bringing her into the game. You see her fighting style, then you see the hat again later, and you can see that he shakes his hat a few times more. One towards Rayman, one towards a trophy case containing maybe say Waluigi or something, and then you see that the hat once more is shaking 2, 3, maybe more times, leaving us speculating that the man with the blue hat is Gino, and also 2 plus a bonus character is to come, making us all wonder what spirit or trophies are coming. So Shane, thank you so much for this great idea for some sort of trailer. I love that it doesn't really introduce Gino, but it just hints at him until the end of the trailer. You know, the wishes are coming true, and I love that idea. So an actual wish fulfillment trailer would be a really awesome way to show to the fans we know the significance of this character and of bringing spirits to life, right? And that feels very Sakurai. So I really love that idea. Thank you so much for suggesting it. And also, thank you so much for sending in all your comments. These are so much fun to read through. And of course, a big shout out to our latest Patreon supporters and the super chats you guys sent during our live streams. You guys make Block Content possible. There are going to be big changes to my Patreon page, and I'm going to be offering a whole lot more things, including a special episode a week that you can only get through Patreon. So please go to patreon.com/blockedcontent. Remember, if you're not yet a member of the Blocked Content family yet, hit subscribe now, smash that like button, and ring the bell for notifications, and all the news and fun you care about will be delivered on the daily to you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you around the corner where there's always more Blocked Content. See ya!